Hello and welcome, champions. My name's William Moon. I am the host and the owner of this channel, and I'd like to personally welcome you to our channel. Thanks for checking us out and your subscriptions to us. And one of the things I wanted to let people know about this channel is this is for all things with life and parenting. You see, there's a lot of things in life that we're not taught about, or we just don't talk about as adults and human beings raising families and stuff. And this is a channel to dispel a lot of just myths about life, so that you know you're not alone, and also so that you know you're not the only crazy one out there, okay? And so just a little bit about my wife and I. We've been together, we've been married for over a decade, well over a decade. And it seems like it was just yesterday that we were starting out having a family of our own. We now have 6 kiddos. And I remember one of our first big lessons in our life really came in on our 10th year anniversary. And so we had gone 10 years of marriage and being together. Okay. And I'll never forget this moment. This kind of sums up how we screwed things up and learned by doing in a good way. Because I remember when my wife sat next to me at this restaurant we like going to a lot. And I was like, hey, sweetheart, I'm just curious. I've never thought to ask this, but I'm curious because it's been 10 years. Why do you always like to sit next to me? And she was like, well, I assumed that you just like me sit next to you. And so I always sat by you. And I was like, oh, that's funny because I always assumed that, that you wanted to sit by me. And so I just let you do it. And come to find out after 10 years, we'd rather sit in front of each other instead of next to each other. That's what we learned after 10 years. And so the biggest takeaway I have with that story is life is all about communication. You know, it's all about communications. And we always say in our family, assumptions is the lowest form of communication. Talking about things, even if it's not a fun subject, is always better than ever assuming. And so we just assume that at some point we're going to get taught about money. We're just going to assume that someday our kids are going to have good morals and they're going to be successful with business or careers or money, right? And we can't do that as parents. And so that was one of our big life lessons that we had learned. But you see, one of the things is my good buddy, his name's Dell, credit to him on this quote. He wrote a book, and the very first sentence was so profound in my brain when I read it. And his opening line said, as parents, right, there's 2 things in life we don't talk about to our kids. And number 1 is intimacy. And the second thing is money. And as a result, we got too many kids and not enough money, right? And so in this channel, we talk about things like money, our relationship with money, how to grow our wealth. We talk about entrepreneurism, right? We're big on entrepreneurism and having started many businesses ourselves personally and have many of them successfully up and running and things like that. We're really big on that. But we're also big on parenting, how to teach the next generation to have healthy relationships with money, entrepreneurism, and things like that as well too. And so this is a safe channel. We're really glad to have you here as part of our journey and our adventure. Make sure to check out our videos often because we're coming out with videos very regularly. Plus, we have all kinds of seminars and educational things that we like to do. We like to have fun. We like to party. If you've been on any of our Zooms, sometimes we get a little crazy, all right? We let our inner crazy out with some of our Zoom dancing and stuff like that, okay? But this is a fun place. This is a fun atmosphere where you can come learn about money, learn about finances, learn about parenting, and grow future generations and give your family and your generations the future you wish you always had that you couldn't give them, but now you're going to be able to. So, folks, welcome to your future.